One of the easiest ways to annoy Capricorn is by being ambiguous. By being ambiguous. They don't like ambiguity. They prefer direct bluntness. They don't like to be unsure of what is being said to them or how people come across. That's why one easiest way to get cut off by Capricorn is by someone being flaky, lying to them, being untrustworthy. MAK3A wish, man. It's MAK3A wish, ma'am. MAK3A wish, damn. Yo, before we get into the Sun Sign Capricorn episode, make sure you like, share, subscribe to the channel, click that thumbs up button so more people can see the podcast, and hit the bell notification so you always get up to date with all the new episodes before they come out. Well, as they come out, not before they come out. Blah, 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 blah. But when that being said, though, as always, my friends, let's go. Welcome back to another episode of House of Aquarius podcast. It is your favorite Aquarius here. Make a wish. About to bring you another one. Today, we are talking about our good friends, the Capricorns. Sun sign Capricorn starting now. Yeah, we know a little late from the beginning of the season. Hope you guys had a great season. Hope things been going your way for your plans that you guys are known for making. We'll get into that in a second, Capricorn. Duality, feminine. Triplicity, or element, earth. It means they tend to be more practical, grounded, and stable. They like the security. They love the security. That's actually part of the main concept behind them and all the earth signs. Oh, I forgot to mention, in regards to duality, feminine as it means they tend to be more introverted and more mental than outward expressive of their energies and desires. Quadruplicity. Here they are actually cardinal, the fourth and last one of the zodiacal calendar, which means you like to do things like, be a starter, be a go-getter, try to push things forward, start things off. And it also comes around to the beginning of the winter solstice. Capricorn's ruling planet, Saturn, the father of the zodiac, but they just say, father planet, father time. That whole parental giant dynamic. The moon is the mother, Saturn is the father. Saturn is a planet that symbolizes responsibility and hard work ethic. A lot of other strong parental things too. Well, we'll get into that later when I start talking further about the planets. Capricorn's ruling body part is the bones, the joints, and the knees. So how are we going to start this off? Let's say Capricorn, they are a reserved, hardworking, strong, achieving person. Sign. And that is very shown in their work ethic. Capricorn is known as being the hard worker of the zodiac, or the worker of the zodiac, or the worker. Flash that shit in bright lights of the zodiac. No one compares to the Capricorn in regards to putting their best foot forward to make a persistent effort towards striving for greatness in the workplace. And then Capricorn is known as being one of the signs that actually have a very persistent. They love, once they set their mind on a goal, they are going to strive continuously in the effort to push towards getting there. And in regards to, let's say, the fire signs, which have the nasty moniker of being inconsistent, pushing through and follow through or making their plans, getting things started, this earth sign with the cardinal placement has a stronger ability to consistently push forward to make things succeed. They may not be as jumping around and consistent on making different plans as other fire signs would be, but they have the persistence to follow things through. They are known for being extremely patient, and that's why when they make their plans, the plans aren't typically made for short-term results. They may show short-term progress and show things in a quick fashion, but they are known for doing things for the long run, the long game, playing the game for the long game, Investing would be something that would be heavily geared towards Capricorn sign, because always look towards the future, not just for now moment. And being one thing to happen to have with being such a hard worker, that's one thing you have to be careful of when you're dealing with your Capricorns or you're a Capricorn yourself, in regards to not focusing strictly on the work environment. And when I say work environment, I mean directly as in your career, your job, or whatever it is that you're focusing on, that you're putting your efforts into. Because there have a nasty habit of putting too much into that and not enough into other things that are of value, like relationships. A lot of people like to come off and say that Capricorns are cold and reserved and keep to themselves and they're negative Nancy's and blah blah blah. But what it is, they tend to be typically focused on what they're doing. And so every now and then you have to remind the Capricorn that, hey, we know work is important, but come take a look at, let's say, your family. We need your emotion, your love too. Don't get so driven into what you're focused into that you let everything else slip away. I say that in a negative way. It's not what I mean, in a negative way. But that is something come with it. Capricorn is a sign known for its serious nature. That's why I got my serious hat on right now. So, just I can relate to you guys. Seriousness. And they tend to stay focused on what they're aiming for. Capricorn is a serious sign. That's one of the reasons why they have that, again, like I said, that nasty moniker of being very cold and calculated. Because what actually happened is they tend to be more thinkers and they like to play it back until they know they have a valid reason to give the energy towards someone. Capricorns do not like flakiness, do not like things that are, what's the word? People who aren't really straightforward. People who are beating around the bush. They like people who are trustworthy, because Capricorn is also one of the signs best known for their loyalty. When they actually give themselves to someone, you've been deemed worthy. You've been deemed worthy for them to show their appreciation to. And when you actually get a Capricorn to that level, you will see different side of them. You will see be more likely to get their dry sense of humor and their sarcasticness. They don't show that typically to people who are undeserving of that. Well, undeserving of seeing the real side of Capricorn. Because actually, now I'm to get something. I'll get into my experiences later. One thing about Capricorns is they do not like to jump the gun. They like to properly take their calculated approach and their steps for making something happen. Let's say we're going to change jobs, apply for this college, do an interview. Those kind of things that they would like to be prepped up for. They don't like to be unprepared for something, especially with something that they really want. They want to actually have the proper knowledge going into it, so they can make the right decisions and make sure the best foot forward. Capricorn is a sign that actually very values their reputation. Capricorn is a sign of reputation. Reputation standing in the community. So things like titles and status are very important to them. I shouldn't say, I don't want to use the word materialistic, but the things that they do are for the effort of showing their value in the community size. Man, like when I say it out loud, it sounds so rough. But I don't mean it in a negative way. Like, let's say, if there's a corporate ladder and there's 15 steps up to the top and there's like 3 people up top, Capricorn, when they come entry level, they're probably going to aim to these higher steps up. So they have, like I said, that status associated with their name. Because they like to work hard. They just put effort into working hard. They are typically known for a sign that takes value in their efforts. Capricorns are known also for being very authoritative. They like to be in charge. They are one of the signs of the zodiac who tend to be very heavy into control. They are control freaks as well. Not necessarily saying that's a bad or good thing depending on how the power is used, but they like to make sure that things are running a way that is optimal. Because they look at everything. Capricorn typically looks at everything through the mindset of order. How to best do things in a certain kind of way. So more often not, like they are great at working in teams, but they typically like to be the one in charge because they like to have that full direction in regards to how things should or could be done better. That tends to be, I would say, not an earth sign thing, even though 2/3 of the earth signs are like that, Virgo and Capricorn. But they have an issue of relinquishing the power to others because of the fact that they feel that they could do a better job themselves when they're in control. And when a Capricorn is in control, things should run smoother. At least that is their intention. One of the easiest ways to annoy a Capricorn is by being ambiguous. By being ambiguous. They don't like ambiguity. They prefer direct bluntness. They don't like to be unsure of what is being said to them and how people come across. That's why one easy way to get cut off by Capricorn is by someone being flaky, lying to them, being untrustworthy. And that's one way to quickly find yourself on the other side of the counter when it's time for them to pick the team, you know? One of the things that we have to be careful of for our Capricorn friends is that there was no one harder on a Capricorn than a Capricorn himself. Because they tend to have a very high level of achievement for themselves. They want to make sure that they're constantly striving for greatness, whatever they're doing, or however they're trying to strive for greatness. So, if any of you think that they've done enough or they're doing enough, unless you tell them that you appreciate what they're doing, they may not be fully aware of where they currently stand. They have high standards for themselves and always constantly striving. Well, always constantly striving for that level of greatness has some negative effects on them internally too. That could also lead to high levels of depression, not always feeling self-confident in themselves, needing or doubting themselves. It's good, like with our good friends the Leos, it's good to every now and then remind our Capricorn in our lives that they're doing great, they're doing good things, and they're pushing forward. They may not fully believe what you say at the time because they still feel they haven't done enough or they're not doing enough, but that's something to help them help themselves. Because if you're on their team helping push in that same direction, they're still gonna be hard on themselves no matter what. Until they have the results and the success they're trying to get for, they're striving for, they will not feel fully satisfied. So consider that. when you talk to your Capricorn friends. And as I said earlier about the whole being reserved, cool, and not trustworthy of other people, because they're very picky with who we let inside the circle, who they trust with. Along those lines, you have to understand that they're not really emotionally open to a lot of people. So when you finally have a Capricorn that's opening up to you and they're expressing how they feel in an emotional way, you have to take that at face value, because they're being open and honest to you, because they obviously trust you at that point in time. So basically, wherever they say to you at that point in time, they are being honest. More often than not. Now, I don't think I fully touched upon everything that I feel like I really want to say to articulate the Capricorn and their greatness. So hopefully I get it all here now. And my favorite part of this sun sign episode, my personal experiences. So, going with this, I actually had to stop and think for a little bit, because until I actually really thought about and looked into who are Capricorns in my life from my own personal experiences. Oh wow, I have a few that were really there from the jump for me to use right now. Say yes, very serious people. Very serious people. I mean in a good way though. Serious. Oh, that's the one thing that I didn't mention, which I'm glad I'm mentioning right now. They tend to be, I don't want to use the word aloof, but they're weird. When you actually get the Capricorn opened up and get inside their level of trust, the inner circle type shit, they're pretty weird. That's why actually I get along very well with Capricorns. Because now me being how I am now, past my 25 to 28 year change in life, more sun sign-ish, which I talked about that in another episode. I'm more open. I get them to open up more clear, faster. Most people, Capricorns, actually, most female Capricorns I know, I've gotten to because of this really talking, and I always holding back until you can break them open a little bit. But one thing you have to do for Capricorns is that if you actually want them to open up to you, you have to persist and constantly show them that you're there and that you're trustworthy, and they will open up to you. And me being me, how I am, I'm a lot more, what's the word I want to use? Differently outgoing, expressive. Like, I want to say rambunctious, because I'm not flamboyant. But I'm more out and direct than what they are. And so more for not attraction, but that excitement reels them in a little bit. And when you actually see that I'm being authentic, that's what I'm looking for earlier. When I'm being authentic me, they are start opening up and start coming out more. This is typically females. For the males, unfortunately, there's always that super reserved tough guyness. Not tough guy, but I'm a man going back on my own. I gotta go pry into them, open them up typically. But the people actually have the hardest time of getting to express themselves to me, male-wise, not females, are Capricorns and Tauruses. Not really Capricorns. Taurus is like my hardest to open up. But Capricorns. And when I do, I find out how fucking weird they are. Like I said, we actually get along. Every male Capricorn I have in my life, I get along with amazingly well. Like amazingly well. And then, more often than not, whatever the male Capricorn is doing, it's actually perfect scenario. It's a separation difference. Every male Capricorn that I know whatever they're doing, they're extremely good at to be a higher level or a more advanced level than the average person that may be around. Let's say games, skills. Well, I mean, actually covered a lot of shit right there. Covered a lot of shit right there. But they have a certain level of that quiet reserve, like that calm. I love that they have that calming quality. That when you're around them, you just feel good, and they help keep things under control. That's what I love about that. These are all the male guys talking about, the male Capricorn talking about. And the female aspect of it, just actually once I see more of the title and the status thing become more of a thing. Like I said, they all tend to be leaders, and they tend to be, super stubborn. Males and females alike. Capricorn is a very stubborn sign. And persisting for what they do is something they do quite often. Status. Again, the females tend to be more of a status related thing. They always have, actually, perfect case scenario, I have like 4 or 5 off the top of my head that when I found out the Capricorns, they all went to, let's say, nursing. They were RNs, or they were at a corporation. They're like CEOs or something high for the certain department. Whatever department they're in, they're like close to the top. And it's scary how conveniently accurate that tends to be. Like I said though, they are consistent. They seem to be consistent achievers. Like I said, wherever they're doing, they're great at. You know, like say, perfect case scenario, one of the most well-known Capricorns out there, LeBron James. I'm not gonna go through his stat records where he does everything he's doing, high numbers, and then end up being the first active billionaire in the NBA, actively playing too. This the status thing. What else can I hit off though? Like I said, super goofy. Oh my goodness, the sense of humor. Like every time, like when I stop and think, like especially the podcasters or like video episodes, whatever, they always have that dry sense of humor that's very practical and informational and very sarcastic. Like those tend to be the 3 things I keep constantly seeing over and over and over. Fucking love it. I don't know what else. Anything else particular I have for Capricorns? Wrong personal experiences? Like I don't know. Like that actually matters for here. Always high achieving. Always very good at what they're doing. I can't think if there's anything else that really like gets me. Great people though. Stern, authoritative. Sometimes you butt heads because of that, but when you know how to properly work a relationship with a Capricorn, everything's easy peasy. You know what to understand what to deal with. Fucking love them. So on that note, if there's anything from there that you feel that I missed about the Capricorns, because I'm sure there is some more things I could definitely go into, but please let me know down in the comments below. If any Capricorns you know that are very reminiscent or similar to sounding what I'm saying, share this with them and give them a ring. Let me know what they think about this. You know, they're really intrigued to hear what you guys gotta say. But as always though, my friends, stay classy. Be you. Make a wish.